a little bit of a struggle. And there's a steal. There's the athleticism of Geronimo. Great pass. That was three freshmen leading the break, and Galloway scores it.
Look at the freshman of Indiana getting it done. Jordan Geronimo getting the steal. And Christian Lander with the delivery. Nice job by Trey Galloway of running.
It's intercepted by Geronimo. Does that count? Yes!
Great job by Geronimo. Reads it, gets a steal, and finish.
Like he's about to blow. Oh, yeah. That's out of there, Brian.
That is definitely out of there, and that is a great read. When you're at open floor and you're able to get that off and know how many dribbles you have with how much time, the court awareness, I love that from Geronimo.
Beautiful finger roll with an eye on the clock. He knew he got it off in that high post area. Here it is. They get a paint touch, and look what happens. Geronimo.
Back and forth we go. Doing a nice job getting into the teeth of that zone. Geronimo. Thin, but man, he is light on his feet. He's versatile.
Nice touch pass by Geronimo to Jackson Davis. 2 and a foul. Some lapses on defense.
Yeah, look at the dive. And again, when Murray's a little stronger and anticipates things.
I think this Izzo guy knows a thing or two.
Exactly. Good pass inside. Geronimo with a chance at a three-point play in the lead. That was all set up by the Armand Franklin.
Another freshman. Geronimo. Potentially getting three the hard way.
Well, some chances for Iowa at point-blank range aren't going down either.
But again, the collapsing defense from Indiana. So many red jerseys around Garza, making things tough.
Oh, what a throwdown by Geronimo!
Iowa got out of the zone. They go man-to-man. You put Luka Garza in a ball screen. He gets drug away from Geronimo.
A bad pass by Jacob Young. Indiana chance to make this a two-possession game. This time, it's Geronimo.
And then you see Franklin going and Geronimo this time. So
Thompson driving. Ball tipped in the air. Indiana can't get it to stay down. Geronimo got a hand on it, but this time he'll make sure it goes down off the turnover as he jams it.
Thompson for that entry into the rim. Just not a good pass here, but that's a pretty good look. But he could make an open stroke.
He's definitely doing that in the NBA right now. East Camp. He's got the same kind of stroke as Geronimo.
Well, just really excellent pass. But look at that split.
Hook pass, Trace Jackson Davis, spin move, too strong. And the putback goes for Jordan Geronimo. Needed spark inside.
well, he gets to the weak side glass, and you command the weak side glass, good things will happen.
Lander did a great job hauling that pass in. What a wraparound feed to Jordan Geronimo, and that's the future working for Indiana.
Let's take a look, just screen and roll, and wrapped it around the defender nicely. You know, Robbie Barron didn't.
Indiana looking for three, and that one falls for Jordan Geronimo. Here is Trace Jackson Davis trying to throw it up. Wow, that's the athleticism of Geronimo. Even though the throw was high, he got up and tossed it through the net.
Throws it over to Tamar, back out to Rob, now off to Trace Jackson Davis. Nice feed to Geronimo for a slam dunk, and man, is that special. And it's 68-32. Galloway finds Geronimo outside. Now he feeds Galloway inside.
Oh, very
and
nice.
What a nice feed by Geronimo.
Tell you what, Christian Lander's done a pretty good job here, handling this pressure.
Jordan Geronimo's done a pretty good job handling the basketball.
Boy, did the old man shoulder to create the space.
Geronimo poked it away. Lander lays it up and in. Good sequence for the defense.
I'd really like to see basketball come up with a stat that is altered shots.
Geronimo staring up at Isaiah Richards. A chance for a three-point play. Hoosierville Geronimo, put it down. Happy Thanksgiving.
These are important minutes for these guys on the floor. No starters on the floor for Indiana right now.
And all alone inside, Jordan Geronimo with a two-hand flush.
Of the Rock.
A nice feed and finish, Durr to Geronimo, and he'll go to the line for one more.
Durr sees over the top of the defense. Excellent job. Ooh. And just a nice hammer, Geronimo.
An NBA coach, as a head coach or an assistant, he's doing 3, sometimes 4 scouts a week. Tipped back up and in by Geronimo. And a foul. Sometimes 2 games a week, but there's nothing you can do to scout or... 10 on the shot clock. Elbow, Geronimo! Down the well.
Foul, and then this is about as open as he'll be all year. The leaner. Oh, no, I'm just going to slip it over.
Ball movement's been fun to watch for the Hoosiers. Cott gets it out. Geronimo with 3. Oh.
Tough shot.
Buckeyes pushing it, loose ball, and it's controlled. Picked up by the Hoosiers in transition. Geronimo looking to get it inside. There's Jackson Davis. Entry pass from Geronimo. Heady pass here to TJD.
You see the patience from Geronimo, the poise he had, didn't force it.
Huskers just don't have an answer for Jackson Davis down low. There's Parker Stewart on the curl. And Geronimo, look out below again.
Williams bobbles, and Indiana's got it. They'll lead it out, and pass goes a little awry, so they'll set it up again. Maybe not. Get it inside, and there is Jordan Geronimo for the dunk.
7 points produced by the offense of Indiana.
So Indiana by 1, just over 5 to go in the first half. Stefanovic inside, rejected. There was Geronimo. Numbers if they push it. Thompson, good.
Geronimo, maybe one of the best athletes in the Big Ten, able to get this, block it off the glass, and now that initiates the fast break, and Ray Thompson.
Foul issues that Jackson Davis was dealing with against Purdue. What a pass buffed down the cut, and he's denied. What interior defense by Geronimo. Here's Jones again trying to turn the corner. Blocked inside. Boy, what interior defense by this kid Geronimo. Drive and kick. They eventually work it now back out on the wing. That's a long 2. They find Galloway. That's a corner 3. Too much. Offensive rebound and a strong putback by Geronimo.
He just takes it up for a high percentage look.
Pickett to a cutting. Hera from behind. What a block from Geronimo. Rebounded Johnson.
Beautiful.
Jackson Davis, yes, it was beautiful indeed. Geronimo with a flush.
Started off a little bit slow, but found their offense, or finding their offensive rhythm, able to finish it with the dunk. Geronimo, an excellent passer from the post and from the high post. I think that right there separates the 2 in regards to numbers. Held, able to get the block, deep penetration, but yet Geronimo is.
I thought Kofi might have traveled, but you're totally right. Trace Jackson Davis doing his work. How about this run?
Oh, man! Johnson again snuck it in. Geronimo.
On the offensive end of the floor right there. This pass by Xavier Johnson. How many times today have we called his name?
There, trying to get it inside to Young.
And the 3-ball goes from Geronimo. Got that one like that's part of his offense. Good ball fake right there. Gets the defender off of him and just gives him an opportunity to set the feet, follow through nicely. Well executed.
So you got to understand that Michigan State came in struggling, but my money's always on Tom Izzo to right the ship.
Miller Kopp against Lowy. Finney off the catch, missed it. And Geronimo stuffs it back in.
It's like a repeat of what Minnesota saw against Wisconsin on Wednesday.
To say, oh, I had it.
Yeah, then I did. Like, throw me a good pass so I can jack one up.
Johnson, Geronimo.
timeout, Minnesota.
Rutgers had that stretch of 4 wins against ranked opponents. Geronimo fading away from 10 feet. Johnson dancing around, got to put it up. Geronimo does get it off, and it goes down to give Indiana their largest lead.
See right here, there's the shot. It's clearly good. Give Jordan Geronimo a ton of credit right there.
Williams, a one-hand pitch down low. Yeah, what a recovery by Geronimo. Miller Kopp got a trigger. Ring it up.
You know, when you're out of rhythm and out of sorts, basketball players are no different than most athletes.
Ooh, nice bounce from Jordan Geronimo to Miller Kopp to break the 11-0 Michigan run.
Got that stop where Hunter Dickinson just missed his last shot.
And a bounce down the baseline. Good block down low by Jordan Geronimo.
Hoosiers running out of time. Geronimo trying to make something happen. Yes. Well, that's a new look from Jordan Geronimo off the dribble.
Very, very mobile guy.
Scored in double digits in the 2 exhibition games. He's got 9 today. Wolf to the rack. Rejected by Renew. Falls to Geronimo. He's an elite defender, so that's a big reason onto the court. There's Kopp again. Too strong. Jordan Geronimo out of nowhere. Just a put back for Geronimo. Kopp is taking a seat, and he's going to get a loud applause. Bounced off the legs of Mamer. Johnson, Geronimo! To Audrey. Oh, first let's take another look at the alley-oop. Actually,
that's unbelievable, Griffin. Unbelievable.
From that Morehead State win, not a perfect performance, but at the same time, you clean up the free throw shooting, the three-point shooting. Look out here.
Geronimo again showing the defense, and he lays it in on the other side.
What surprised you about your freshman, if anything? He said how competitive they are.
Yeah. Oh, great block.
You were talking about Indiana's adjustments today.
Yeah, they did a great job of understanding that, you know what? Ooh. I thought we were playing basketball. That was a volleyball spike. Let's take a look at this timing on the block. Oh, John got away for a walk.
3 to shoot. Gonna have to hurry. Deep 3 blocked away. Rejected by Geronimo. Indiana on the push. The alley to Geronimo. Little Rock within 12. Gardner looking to push. Gardner on the attack, and it's blocked by Geronimo. 8 to shoot for Johnson. Renew, able to gather. 4 to shoot. Oh, good find and finish. Stayed patient, and he found Geronimo.
Kevin Kugler described this perfectly. Watch this. Bobble. There's 3 players around him. He keeps his composure.
Smith again. This time off, but an offensive rebound and a rejection by Geronimo. Boy, second chance points have been big for Little Rock. They didn't get him there as Bates accelerates and gets 2. He was going to get his first assist.
Geronimo.
Oh my goodness. Geronimo with block number 11 for IU, especially on defense.
Well, the Indiana volleyball team got a victory over the Illini tonight, and they obviously did not need Geronimo, but Jordan would have helped.
They doubled, kicks the ball out. You can still go get offensive rebounds.
So threes and offensive rebounds are supposed to happen against 2-3. They just changed it up. Out the other way, Geronimo with the throwdown.
He forces a turnover earlier here by just using his length and getting out with the fin.
Oh, and he was surgical the other night in the pick and roll, wasn't he?
But he's been so good in the pick and roll. Normally it's been with Trace. Last Wednesday night it was with Race.
Oh, and here he is throwing the lob to Geronimo.
Gain that momentum and confidence.
Well, they come back against Michigan. And down big with 11 minutes to go. And they beat Illinois. And up top, Geronimo!
You can do this out in transition. And Geronimo goes up and gets it. Yes, we can be on board with that together. I will agree with you, all right? That's pretty good. I really like the pass, though, too.
The 5 shots in a row going down for the Hoosiers. Duncombe and Geronimo with the tie-up.
Indiana by 18 halfway through this.
Nice
Another bullet from Hood Shafino, and this one to Geronimo.
Great vision.
Grabracha up ahead. DeSante Bowen down the lane. Oh, Geronimo got back there. It's on the ground, and we finally have a whistle to blow this thing dead, and the tie-up will go to Indiana.
Boy, the ability to get up there and the gate. Here's the end of that fast break. Geronimo. A nice little recovery on the defensive end as well.
Two of them for Indiana.
Yeah. Inside, Pickett. This is where he can be so dangerous operating in the post. Great pass. What a block by Geronimo. Let's go back to the first half for tonight's Mayhem Moment, brought to you by Allstate. Geronimo to Galloway. Galloway finishing through traffic. Lundy drives it, lost it going up. Good defense by Geronimo. Up ahead, Jackson Davis went a little too far, but he was able to leave it for Trey Galloway.
Close to a walk. This kid's tough. I like his defense because of a nice play.
Cox nearly tied up. It's knocked out of bounds.
The ability to put it on the deck prevails. Small lineup. Gilmore's the 5-man right now. So.
And Mike Woodson made the decision. It's more important we get our execution down, we get the point about toughness and physicality down, than to have fresh legs. And he made the right move.
Nice pass. Here's
Geronimo taking contact. And right now the Badgers taking it on the chin.
That's the second double. Everybody gets in here, and a nice play, and a seal, too, to boot. Geronimo and a jersey.
Hey, that seal, they learned that in Jersey. That's the Jersey seal right there.
Shannon trying to lose. Galloway also wanted his fifth foul, didn't get it. Instead, Galloway on the flip trip scores.
Great decision by Trey Galloway.
Buffkin
blocked by Geronimo, and
Jordan Geronimo. Kobe Buffkin getting to his spot. Geronimo just putting it out of bounds. And it's highly ranked and ended up being a really good player for Michigan.
what a find. Jackson Davis, and Geronimo cuts the Michigan lead to 1.
Staying with it. He'd been through tough times here. Some seasons that had to be frustrating. He stayed the course.
Jordan Geronimo, look out below, right off the bench and right into the scoring column.
Here is the aforementioned Jordan Geronimo, the senior out of Newark, New Jersey. Now Dante Scott puts it up, rolls that one over the basket. Geronimo gets the board, up off the window and in.
Is really, really hot. You just look at him attacking the paint here. Look at the patience there, waiting for a chance to have his shot. Moves around Bartone, puts it up and in. That's brilliant.
Tony's for UMBC on the drive. Geronimo with the swat.
Has not been a big lead for either team. Maryland trying to open it up a bit. And a chance at the free throw line for Jordan Geronimo for a three-point play.
Into the second half with their zone. And what does Maryland do? Drive to the elbow area, collapse the zone, and drop the ball down low to your post. Commit. See, now they have Julian Reese running around in there, that triangle area, that nail, and then both blocks.
Scott hits the three, and there's the inside-outside game for Maryland here.
What Maryland has done well is found a good balance to start this second half. Nice skip pass for a clean look for Dante Scott from range. A lot of
Kieran can't get that one to go anywhere close after the defense from Reese. Now on the other end, Geronimo! He's opened it up. They have gone on a 12-2 run to begin the second half.
One of the best names in basketball, Jordan Geronimo, right there. Up top, up high, down hard. It's give you more space for those threes to fall later.
Takeaway from Maryland. Geronimo gets the steal, feeds it up to Reese on his way through. Reese with the left hand, draws the foul.
We'll take a look at the steal by Geronimo. Gets it on the open floor, and Juju Reese finishes nicely with the finger roll with a strong hand on the left side. Watch the lefty come up here and just finish it nicely.
Harris Smith to Scott. The fifth-year Dante Scott, Jameer Young.
Nice pass inside. Jordan Geronimo with the flush.
Just kind of refining the outer points of his game instead of just in the paint.
Ball loose on the ground, picked up by Geronimo. Here comes Jordan Geronimo the other way. Knifing his way inside. You can count that bucket and one for Jordan Geronimo.
Maybe last game will get him going. How about this play here? Great defense by Maryland. That's something that we have seen all of this year, and the patience there by Geronimo slicing through and laying it in. And it's such a key part of his game to be physical, Ben. He needs that.
Great ball movement. Julian Reese goes up and slams with two hands. Julian Reese, Jahari long. Finds Geronimo down low. Oh! Another and one for Jordan Geronimo. His second of the day.
He's looking for his 9th point here from the strike. Boy, is he hot to start. And that's, I mean, there's no stopping that. If you miss a shot, you got to try to crash the boards.
Jameer Young gets the steal. Finds Geronimo. Jordan Geronimo. How about 3 of them?
Geronimo. How about this effort here by Jameer Young going after the ball and making a heck of a pass while spinning on his butt.
Coach Bussey was talking about none of these players were on that team that won back-to-back regular season titles.
Different team. Tough bucket for Geronimo, who is into double figures. Out at home.
One of the best names in basketball, Jordan Geronimo, showing his strength.
So it's been back and forth. Maryland had an early lead. Nichols took advantage. And here's Geronimo all by himself.
Going. Jordan Geronimo just shooting through this passing lane. He can certainly be effective for the Maryland Terrapins. And when he goes upstairs, he can go up there and get it. Jordan Geronimo going up and throwing down.
Purdue thus far doing a great job of being confident, stepping into that shot and shooting it with conviction.
Just a wide open lane for Lance Jones, swatted away by Geronimo. So if you're Maryland and they just saw what we just saw, that's Zach Edey, 7'4", going to the bench. Maybe it changes for Julian Reese. And a good look to Geronimo. And a good start for the Terrapins.
Starting the break, opportunistic and Goody cashing out.
10th in the Big Ten this year at about 2 made threes per game. That number's going to go up, and Geronimo not going to miss a second. The mask, 3 blocked by Geronimo. Quick shot, and Geronimo there to defend. Up ahead quickly, Geronimo with the flush. As Maryland upsets 10th-ranked Illinois at home. Here's McCaffrey. He looked good at the shoot-around today in practice before the game, but Jordan Geronimo picks his pocket, and Geronimo to the other end with the finger roll to get Maryland back on the board, down 1.
Another pass that was disrupted. This one stolen by Bryce Williams. Williams goes all the way to the basket, and he gets blocked by Geronimo.
Geronimo has brought a lot of energy here. He's able to get this. That is close to getting up off the glass first when you see this. The second half against Michigan State and Iowa, here you see them bring that press and be a little bit more aggressive against this Nebraska team.
Mass with a pass down low. Allen got blocked, came down with it, and a jump ball will be called.
Great interior pass there by Mass, but defensively for Maryland, why are they so good? Why do they lead this league? Because you got so many guys flying to the ball.
And he's got a ways to go in certain areas, but athletically, he is in the 99.99 percentile.
Oh, what a drop-off out of the double by Julian Reese to the crashing Jordan Geronimo. It's a 1-point game. Looked over while you were looking at Jason Richardson, saw Matasheba. I think he was telling his kids I would have caught that. Oh, Geronimo was catching that one.
Buckets that we have seen here in the last couple of minutes. You're going to see Geronimo just get all the way to the front of the rim. Jameer Young throwing it up, and Jordan Geronimo throwing it down.
Reese made the good decision to kick it out a little low. Got it back. Nice second feed. And the jam from Geronimo. Wattbag has that body that he can post up down low. Blocked off the glass, though. Nice play from Geronimo.
I think that second half against Minnesota where they were able to come back and win that game by 5.
Boy, how did Reese find Jordan Geronimo?
In this 6-game stretch, they've given up about 75 points per game. That's too much for a great guard squad.
Scott with a nice dish over to Geronimo, the transfer from Indiana, who puts it home. Now Crowell over to get the basketball. And Crowell doubled. Gets rid of it. Now Maryland with the steal. Now Young. Young ahead. Young hangs in the air long enough for the 2.
Down low, Geronimo. That's a heck of a find by Jameer Young from Mag from deep. Let's go back and look at Jameer Young in the vision. Slight hesitation, sees Geronimo along the baseline. He froze Cliff Amore. See him.
Young with a head of steam. Offensive rebound, Geronimo, and the foul.
Nice job following up that miss. Jameer Young getting downhill on the miss. Geronimo right there on the finish.
Really good at late post trapping. That they weren't going when that ball was pushed off the block, but they were able to affect Julian Reese.
And Harris Smith pulled that out of the air.
Nice pass inside, but torn away. Maryland's defense, ahead it goes, and breaking at the other end with a jam, Jordan Geronimo. That was Tuesday, rather, in Bloomington. Galloway inside. Another turnover. Deflected. And Young, good pass, driving inside.
Simpson off the screen, pull up. No. Rutgers 2 for 7 from three-point range. Young lob it up. Oh! Geronimo slam it down.
It's another transition basket for the Maryland Terrapins, and Jordan Geronimo running the wing. He was pointing the whole time. Jameer Young seeing it, making a play, throwing it up, and letting Geronimo go get it. Transition's the name of the game for the Maryland Terrapins here tonight. 10 fast break points. Geronimo using that athleticism, running the wing. Jameer Young throwing it up, and Jordan Geronimo throwing it down.
The right energy that they need to play with and find some offense more than anything else. Now down by 19. Harris Smith, pocket pass, extra, and it's Reese on the finish.
Great read there from Jordan Geronimo. Shows how strong Julian Reese is. That was a weight room play.
Griffiths had it knocked away. Geronimo, cookies and milk. Or under 11 a play.
Well, this has been a clinic here by Maryland. It's been all about getting out and running. Jordan Geronimo hammering this one. Getting out in the open floor and hanging on rims.
I agree. He can build off of this effort here, understanding what's going on and how his role may change next season.
First points for Noah Batchelor.
Looking to add to it. Well, Geronimo lost the dribble, had to pass it off. Roxborough lost the ball, and Geronimo comes out of the pile with it. Geronimo all the way with the poster!
Side. And how about the exclamation point right here? Just pure athleticism puts him on a poster.
He's known for his defense.
Queen had Mitchell on him. Instead of going to the box, came out here. Queen, desperation. Offensive board, Geronimo. And Miguel, count it, and the foul. One thing, though, that last trip, Queen's got to understand who's on him. This is the end of that particular play.
Where you got Maryland playing Oregon.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome for these guys to be able to cross the country and make these first big-time play.
Go back to Geronimo climbing the ladder on this alley-oop.
Yeah, it's a unique concept. It's big on big ball screen. You don't see that very often when you have one big setting the ball.
And Queen starting this half on the bench, a little double stagger action.
Geronimo from Gillespie.
As Gillespie was bringing the ball up.
We'll just take a look right here. That back screen set by Rice just set this whole play up. Look at this. It was on the weak side, and this is when you can attack. You don't need a big, and then that punch of an explosive first step to get by you. It's tough to guard.
Juju Reese, no look underneath, and Geronimo rattles the rim.
It really looked like that could have been something there, but look at Juju Reese staying composed right there. A little pitch pass.
See where Queen's setting up shop. There you go. That's what happens if you double them. They got too many players. The roller, Geronimo, living up to his name there with that flush. Off the end of his, oh, Geronimo
from the ceiling. Fialo got a little too deep and got stuck, and Osobor was able to get it, and then Geronimo way up in the air. A huge basket for Washington right there.
Ben Willard trying to get a boost from his bench. Geronimo, Harris Smith, both on the floor. Derek Queen.
Good defense.
There's Geronimo, counting the foul.
Forcing a tough one on Derek Queen. And for Jordan Geronimo, a guy that seems like he's totally fallen out of Kevin Willard's rotation. Just a minute a game over the last 4. This is how you earn more minutes. Use your athletic.
Got it up high. Nice touch pass to Geronimo! And Queen already with 10 first-half rebounds.
Oh, what a pass.
But holy cow, has Maryland come on the last 9 minutes. Into the paint, found a cutting Harper. Geronimo got the body, but no foul. Off the deflection, 2 to shoot for Williams, and he threw it for another play by Geronimo. Rice with the pull-up 3.
3 games since Ohio State. He's been averaging 22 a game.
Geronimo knows what to do with it.
That's more his speed right there. Is shooting 60% from the field and 55% from 3. Breakdown off the drive. Jordan Geronimo going upstairs. I think the thing that has to really excite Terp fans is that the defense, you look at the way this team has played for a lot of the year, they can turn you over, and here you go.
Back to that steal and that emphatic dunk.
Get this steal. Jay Young staying in that play, throwing it up the floor, and we know Jordan Geronimo can do that.
In these situations, Brandon, one of the things you look at is a 4-minute segment. And you say to your team, let's just win a 4-minute segment. So they're going to be with that.
And he throws it away. Fears has it for Michigan State. Sloppy ball. And what by Geronimo!
To challenge Cohen Carr at the Summit. He catches this thing. It's a little bit awkward, but how about Geronimo going up there and the rejection? What a play to get back.
6 turnovers now for the Wolverines. Gillespie dropping to Geronimo. And a one-hand flush with a flourish. An exclamation point.
Yeah, simple side would look to be a pick and roll, and Vlad didn't step up, and now he's got a straight angle to the basket, and Jordan Geronimo can absolutely fly off of 2 feet. And miscommunication there between Danny Wolf and Trey Donaldson, and that's what created that open angle for him to attack. Tell you what, it's never fun when your perimeter players miscommunicate and leaves you to get dunked on. That's an uncomfortable feeling.
And just his getting to see his parents after 3 or 4 years, that was an awesome little segment there. Really well done. They always do a great job, but that was a big thing. A 68-46 lead for Maryland.
Look out.
Geronimo on the run with the flush.
It's off a main basket. And Illinois' just attention to detail tonight has not been there.
Could be better, could tighten some things up. Nice slip.
Backdoor and the jam. Oh, Geronimo. Really solid basketball. The ability to run that baseline. Pretty set. How about the slip? Love it. Nice find.